Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rahi Speaks. I am so happy you're here with us today because this episode is honestly one of the most practical ones we have ever made.
Hey, welcome. And I have to say, when we were planning this episode, I kept thinking, why did nobody teach me these verbs earlier? Because these are the verbs that are everywhere in English. Every conversation, every message, every meeting, every coffee chat, everywhere.
You know what's interesting? Most English learners spend a lot of time learning vocabulary, nouns, adjectives, big impressive words, and those are great. But the verbs, the action words that hold every sentence together, those are the real engine of English. And if you're using the wrong verbs or weak verbs, your English sounds flat, even when your grammar is perfect.
Exactly. And that's the whole point of today. We're going to give you 30 verbs that native speakers actually use. Not the textbook versions, not the formal dictionary versions, the real ones. The ones you hear in New York, in London, in Toronto, in San Francisco, in every English-speaking conversation happening right now.
By the end of this episode, you're going to have 30 powerful verbs in your toolkit. You're going to know how to use them naturally, how to avoid the most common mistakes, and how to immediately start sounding more fluent and authentic.
Here's your first question before we dive in. Think about the English verbs you use most often right now. Which ones do you rely on? Go, do, have, get? Drop them in the comments. We want to know your current go-to verbs before we upgrade them today.
And hey, please hit that like button and subscribe to Rahi Speaks. We upload every single day, so there is always something fresh and useful waiting for you right here.
30 verbs. Real English. Let's go.
All right, section 1, our first 10 verbs. And I want to start with something that might surprise you. The verbs we're covering today aren't rare or complicated. In fact, you've probably heard most of them before. The magic is in understanding how native speakers actually use them. The context, the collocations, the subtle meanings that textbooks often miss. Let's start with verb number 1, grab. Native speakers use grab constantly, and it means so much more than just physically taking something. Let me grab a coffee. Can you grab that for me? I need to grab my keys. It means to get something quickly and casually. If you're saying take in all these situations, swap it for grab and instantly sound more natural.
Verb 2, figure out. This is a phrasal verb, and it means to solve, understand, or work something out. I finally figured out how to use this app. Can you help me figure out this problem? She couldn't figure out what went wrong. You'll hear this one constantly in everyday conversation. Way more natural than understand or solve in casual speech.
Verb 4, end up. End up means to finally be in a situation or place, often unexpectedly. We ended up at this amazing little cafe in London. He studied law, but ended up working in tech. I didn't plan to stay late, but I ended up being there until midnight. It carries a sense of things unfolding in a way you didn't necessarily plan. Native speakers love this one for storytelling.
Verb 4, reach out. Oh, this one is everywhere right now. Reach out means to contact someone, usually to start a conversation or ask for help. I'll reach out to James later today. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. She reached out to me last week about the project. It's slightly more warm and proactive than just contact or call.
Verb 5, catch up. 2 meanings. First, to reach the same level as someone else. I need to catch up on my reading. He took a week off, and now he's trying to catch up. Second, to spend time with someone you haven't seen recently. Let's catch up soon. I caught up with Anna over coffee. You'll hear both uses all the time.
Here are verbs 6 through 10. Sort out. To organize, fix, or resolve something. I need to sort out my schedule. Pull off. to successfully do something difficult. She pulled off an amazing presentation. Point out, to bring attention to something. He pointed out a really interesting detail. Look into, to investigate or research. I'll look into it and get back to you. And carry on, to continue. Just carry on with what you were doing.
Can you try using one of these right now? Pick any verb from the first 10 and make a sentence about your own life. Say it out loud. I ended up. Or I need to sort out. Or I'll look into. Any one of them. Say it, write it in the comments. That sentence is yours now.
Quick recap of Section 1. 10 verbs. Grab, figure out, end up, reach out, catch up, sort out, pull off, point out, look into, carry on. These are all high frequency, natural, and immediately usable. They work in conversations, in messages, in work emails, in stories. Start noticing them everywhere, and you'll realize just how often native speakers reach for exactly these words.
Can you try using one of these right now? Pick any verb from the first 10 and make a sentence about your own life. Say it out loud. I ended up. Or I need to sort out. Or I'll look into. Any one of them. Say it, write it in the comments. That sentence is yours now.
Quick recap of Section 1. 10 verbs. Grab, figure out, end up, reach out, catch up, sort out, pull off, point out, look into, carry on. These are all high frequency, natural, and immediately usable. They work in conversations, in messages, in work emails, in stories. Start noticing them everywhere, and you'll realize just how often native speakers reach for exactly these words.
Building on our first 10, let's move into Section 2, verbs 11 through 20. And this set has some of my absolute favorites, because these are the ones that add real personality and precision to your English.
Yes, these are the verbs that make people lean in when you're talking. They're vivid, they're specific, and they're the difference between telling someone something and really conveying it.
Verb 12, bring up. Bring up means to introduce a topic into a conversation. She brought up something really interesting in the meeting. I didn't want to bring it up, but I had to. He always brings up the same old argument. This is so much more natural than mention or say in conversational English.
Verb 12. Come across. Two brilliant uses here. First, to find or encounter something unexpectedly. I came across this amazing article about language learning. She came across some old photos while cleaning. Second, to give a certain impression. He comes across as really confident. I hope I didn't come across as rude. That second use is incredibly useful for talking about how people seem or appear.
Verb 13, deal with. This means to handle, manage, or take responsibility for something. I'll deal with it. She's really good at dealing with difficult situations. Can you deal with the emails while I'm away? Simple, direct, natural. Way more conversational than handle or manage in everyday speech.
Verb 14. Turn out. Turn out means for something to have a particular result, often unexpected. It turned out to be a really great evening. He turned out to be a brilliant teacher. Things didn't turn out the way I planned, but I'm glad now. This verb is absolutely essential for storytelling about how situations resolved.
Verb 15, pick up. Oh, pick up has so many uses native speakers love. Learning something naturally. She picked up Spanish really quickly. Collecting someone. Can you pick me up from the airport? Getting something. I'll pick up some groceries on the way home. And recovering. Business is starting to pick up. 4 meanings,
one incredibly useful phrasal verb.
Real-life dialogue. Matilda is talking to her colleague David after a work trip to New York. David says, "How did the presentation go?" Matilda says, "Actually, it turned out really well. I was nervous at first, but once I got going, I kind of picked up momentum. I even brought up that idea we talked about, and everyone was really into it." 3 of our verbs turned out, picked up, brought up in one completely natural mini-story.
First tip for this section, many of these verbs are phrasal verbs, meaning they're verb plus preposition. The preposition changes the meaning completely. Come is different from come across, which is different from come up. Don't just learn the base verb, learn the full phrase. Second tip, phrasal verbs are the heart of casual English. The more formal the situation, the more single word verbs you'll hear. The matter was resolved. But in conversation, we sorted it out. Both correct. Very different registers. Third tip, learn phrasal verbs in sentences, not in isolation. I came across this article. Sticks in your memory much better than just writing come across to find.
Verbs 16 through 20. Run into. To meet someone by accident. I ran into James on the train yesterday. Go through. To experience something difficult. She's going through a tough time. Take on. To accept a challenge or responsibility. He took on too much work. Build up. To increase gradually. She's building up her confidence. And wear out. To exhaust someone or something. That meeting completely wore me out.
Write one of these in the comments right now. Tell us something real. I ran into, or I'm going through, or I've been building up. A real sentence from your real life. That's the practice that actually works.
10 more verbs locked in. Bring up, come across, deal with, turn out, pick up, run into, go through, take on, build up, wear out. 20 down, 10 to go.
Section 3, our final 10 verbs. And I saved some really special ones for this section. The ones that I personally think make the biggest difference when you drop them into conversation.
These last 10 are the ones that make people think, wow, this person really knows how to speak English. Not because they're complicated, but because they're so precisely right for the situations they describe.
Verb 21, hold on. Native speakers use hold on in so many situations. To ask someone to wait, hold on, let me check. To pause in a conversation, hold on, did you just say that? To maintain something. She held on to hope even when things were hard. It's versatile, natural, and incredibly common.
Verb 22, step up. Step up means to take on more responsibility or rise to a challenge. He really stepped up when the team needed him. It's time to step up and take ownership. She stepped up her game in the second half of the year. It implies someone going beyond what was expected. Powerful verb. Very positive connotation.
Verb 23, cut out. Several great uses. To remove or eliminate, I've cut out sugar from my diet. To stop doing something, cut it out, which is a very casual way of saying stop. To be suited for something. I'm not sure I'm cut out for this kind of work. That last one is very idiomatic and very natural.
Verb 24, follow up. Essential for professional and personal communication. I'll follow up with you after the meeting. Did anyone follow up on that email? She followed up with a really helpful message. It means to check on something or take the next step after an initial action. You'll hear this constantly in workplaces in London, New York, everywhere.
Verb 25, settle in. Settle in means to become comfortable in a new place or situation. How are you settling into the new job? It took her a few weeks to settle in, but now she loves it. We've just moved to a new apartment and we're still settling in. It's warm, it's personal, and it comes up in conversation constantly.
Detailed examples for verbs 26 through 30. Open up, to become more willing to share thoughts or feelings. He doesn't open up easily, but when he does, it's really meaningful. Give up, to stop trying. Don't give up, you're so close. Keep up, to maintain pace or quality. She's keeping up really well with the course. Wind down, to relax or end gradually. I like to wind down in the evenings with a good book. And show up, to arrive or to demonstrate commitment. He always shows up, no matter what.
That last one, show up, has become so powerful in modern English. It doesn't just mean physically arriving somewhere. It means being present, being committed, being reliable. She shows up for the people she cares about. That's beautiful language. And now it's yours.
Tips for naturalness with these verbs. Tone matters. Hold on, said gently, is a pause. Hold on, said with energy, is surprise or disbelief. Give up, said softly, is encouragement not to quit. Give up, said with frustration, means stop doing something annoying. Same words, completely different meaning based on tone and context.
Let's do a quick interactive practice. I'll say a situation, and you choose the best verb from our 30. Your friend is moving to a new city and starting a new job. What do you say to them?
I hope you settle in quickly. Or you're going to step up and absolutely smash it. Or reach out if you need anything. 3 of our verbs, all perfect for that situation. All completely natural.
Say one of those out loud right now, to your screen, to the wall, to whoever's nearby. I hope you settle in quickly. Feel how natural that is? That's real English. That's your English now.
Section 3 complete. Hold on, step up, cut out, follow up, settle in, open up, give up, keep up, wind down, show up. 30 verbs done. And not a single one is textbook stiff. Every single one is alive in real English conversations happening today.
Okay, mistakes time. And with verbs, the mistakes are really interesting because they often come from using the right verb in the wrong context, or using a correct but overly formal verb when a natural one exists. I've done both of these things many times.
Same. And hearing the correction always makes me think, oh, that's so obvious now, which is exactly how language learning works.
Mistake number 1. Using mention when bring up is more natural. I mentioned this topic in the meeting is grammatically correct, but I brought this topic up in the meeting, or I brought it up, is far more conversational and natural. Mention sounds slightly formal and detached. Bring up sounds engaged and active.
Incorrect. I mentioned the issue to my manager. More natural, I brought it up with my manager. Say the natural version out loud. I brought it up. Feel how much more alive that is.
Mistake number 2. Using meet accidentally instead of run into. I met James accidentally is not wrong, but it sounds clunky. Native speakers say, I ran into James, or I bumped into James. Both phrasal verbs, both immediately natural. The idea of accidental meeting has its own dedicated phrasal verbs in English. Use them.
I ran into my old colleague at the airport. Say it. Ran into. That's the one.
Mistake number 3. Using continue in casual conversation instead of carry on or keep going. Please continue with your work is fine in formal writing, but in a casual conversation, just carry on or just keep going. Sounds so much more natural. Continue has a slightly formal or academic feel when used in everyday speech.
The fix, notice the register. Formal email, Please continue. Casual conversation? Just carry on. Keep going. The verb you choose signals the relationship and the tone. Use that consciously.
Mistake number 4. Translating the idea of figure out word by word from your native language. A lot of learners say, I understood finally, or I solved it finally, when a native speaker would say, I finally figured it out. The word order matters too. Figure it out. The object goes between figure and out when it's a pronoun. I figured it out, not I figured out it. With a noun, both positions work. I figured out the problem, or I figured the problem out.
These small details, the position of the object with phrasal verbs, make a real difference in how natural you sound. Don't be discouraged by them. Just notice them. The more you hear and use these verbs, the more the right word order becomes automatic.
Every mistake is a discovery. Every correction is a step forward. You are not behind. You are building. And every verb you add to your real working vocabulary is a tool that stays with you for life.
Seriously, be kind to yourself through this process. Language learning is not a race. It's a journey. And you're on it. That already puts you ahead of everyone who never tried.
Practice time. This is the choose the better sentence round, and I want you thinking carefully about each one. Ready? Situation 1. You want to tell someone you met a friend unexpectedly. Option A, I met my friend accidentally at the cafe. Option B, I ran into my friend at the cafe.
Option B, ran into, is exactly the natural phrasal verb native speakers use for accidental meetings. Option A is understandable, but sounds unnatural. Met accidentally isn't how English speakers phrase it.
Say option B out loud. I ran into my friend at the cafe. Now add a time expression to make it even more natural. I ran into my friend at the cafe yesterday. Instantly vivid, instantly real.
Situation 2. You want to say you eventually arrived at a good solution. Option A, I finally understood the answer. Option B, I finally figured it out.
Option B, I finally figured it out. Natural, conversational. Exactly what a native speaker would say. Finally understood the answer is understandable, but sounds like a textbook sentence. Figured it out is alive.
Situation 3. Your colleague asks if you've contacted the client. Option A, yes, I contacted them yesterday. Option B, yes, I reached out to them yesterday.
Both are actually correct here, but in a professional, modern English context, reached out sounds warmer and more proactive. Contacted is neutral and slightly more formal. In a workplace in London or New York in 2026, reached out is the phrase you'll hear constantly.
Situation 4. You want to encourage a friend who's struggling. Option A, do not stop trying. Option B, don't give up.
Option B, every time. Don't give up is warm, human, and immediate. Do not stop trying sounds like instructions on a machine. The contraction alone, don't instead of do not, changes the entire emotional register.
Now your challenge. Pick any 3 verbs from today's 30 and write a short story in the comments. 3 sentences, 3 verbs. Something from your real life if possible. Yesterday I ran into, or I'm trying to figure out, or I finally picked up. Make it yours.
3 sentences, 3 verbs. Real life. Write it. Say it out loud after you write it. That is the practice that actually builds fluency.
Real conversation will always beat perfect grammar. Use the language. That's the whole point. That's always been the whole point.
30 verbs, 1 episode, and honestly, I feel like we've just handed you a completely upgraded vocabulary toolkit.
every single verb we covered today is one you can use immediately in your next conversation, your next message, your next English moment.
Let's do our final recap. First 10. Grab, figure out, end up, reach out, catch up, sort out, pull off, point out, look into, carry on. Second 10. Bring up, come across, deal with, turn out, pick up, run into, go through, take on, build up, wear out. Final 10. Hold on, step up, cut out, follow up, settle in, open up, give up, keep up, wind down, show up.
30 verbs, all natural, all real, all immediately usable, and now they belong to you. That is genuinely impressive, and you should feel proud of yourself for showing up today. And yes, that was intentional.
Here's your reflective question. Of all 30 verbs, which 3 do you think you'll use most this week? In a conversation, in a message, in your head as you think in English? Which 3 are going to stick with you? Tell us in the comments.
And if today's episode gave you value, and I really hope it did, please give it a like. Share it with someone who's learning English right now. Drop your 3-sentence story in the comments and subscribe to Rahi Speaks. We're here every single day, creating content made specifically for your English journey.
Learning 30 new verbs in one episode takes focus, patience, and genuine commitment. And you did it. Every word you learn, every sentence you practice, every comment you write, it all adds up to something real and lasting. You are building fluency one verb, one sentence, one conversation at a time.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us at Rahi Speaks. Keep going. Keep using these verbs and never stop showing up for your English.
We'll see you next time.